So just to prevent more damage, let's do this Flame Sweep first. Let's put this Night Pack Ambusher down. And then we can put this back on top. But either way, that's 10 damage right there. We get there. And opponent scoops it up. And now we're at the point where we can Flame Sweep. That'll kill 2 of their blockers. So we'll have 5 attackers. They'll have 3 blockers. And the most they can block. Yeah, so they're dead here. How's it going, y'all? Titan Smash MTG here, and today we're back with a new deck. And this deck of the day here is Temur Flash. You may have seen some Temur Flash popping up alongside the meta somewhere with the new bans and everything. No more Teferi. Flash becomes a lot more viable than it used to be. But you still need those points of damage a lot of time that Simic can't get through, so we're going to try Temur Flash here. So this is a good little variation. You know, you got your Bonecrusher Giants and your Flame Sweeps in the main there, so if you need that point of damage to remove something like an Edgewall Innkeeper, we see Adventures been a thing right now. We're good there. We have Wilts in the main deck because destroying a target artifact or enchantment is pretty good right now, whether it needs to be for Stonecoil Serpent, the mono green matchups, the Lucky Clovers, or all the kind of things like that. And if we don't need it, we just cycle it away and draw a card. So not too bad there. We're playing at the top end, gets a little bit spicy. We got some 1-of Sublime Epiphany, 2 Shark Typhoon, 2 Nissa. We still have the main deck finishers that you're used to in Simic Flash of Ambusher and Frilled Mystic. So yeah, we're going to take this into ranked, see how it goes. Sideboard-wise here, we have some Crasises and Euros, the games where we want to gain some life or grind some people out a little bit and not play as much on our instant speed kind of stuff if we have to. 1 more Flame Sweep, 2 Bestial Dispute, 3 Dragonfire, 2 Negate, 1 Guess, and excuse me, 2 Aether Gust, or 2 Ratcat Melee. So let's take this in a rank. Let's see how it goes. Let's go! Alright, first game of the day here against Harvey Mafia. Opener here, we got 4 lands, Quench, I mean, we got a good variety of answers here, so we'll keep this. Start off here, usually anytime, we don't have any turn 1 plays except for the 1-of Spectral Sailor, so you just want to play this Fabled Passage. So we'll do that, pass the turn. Opponent shocks in. Crack this Fabled Passage here. Go grab us an island, pass the turn. Temple of Mystery off the top, meh. Let's go ahead and stomp in the Shocking Grounds, or shock in the Stomping Grounds, pass the turn. Hopefully they just don't go untapped land into Opt or something. Tap land's good there. Let's go ahead. Stomp. Stomp. Now here, while the shields are down, I could play out the Bonecrusher Giant. However, I like playing this Temple here so I can look at what I've got. Yeah, let's just put that on the bottom for now. I don't feel like 2 Quench is going to do a whole bunch if they can ramp up to a bunch of things. I could try to quench that Euro, but I don't think it's super worth it right now. Them playing it now makes you wonder if they're missing lands or anything. They hit the forest there. Nope, so they're up to 5 mana real quick. Let's play this tab, pass the turn. We're still holding up Sinister Sabotage since they have 5 mana. I don't want them to resolve a Nissa against us or anything. So let's play around all that. No land for them here. They're still at 5 mana, 5 lands. Let's go ahead and just cycle this for 1 right now. They're not doing much of anything anyways. I can't imagine too many things they have on their end step that we could worry about. I'd rather just draw this card. 1/1 is whatever. Opponent, yeah. If you want to use a shock on my thing, you go for it, my friend. Try them off the top and then another land. So we're drawing a lot of lands here. Could try to force Nissa, but I don't think with them having 4 mana open, don't think that's where we want to be at quite yet. So I think here I'm going to play this Bonecrusher Giant. That way we can still hold up a Quench. Bonecrusher coming down. Opponent plays an Island. Storm's Wrath. So we got a tricky one here. I can quench this and make them pay for it, so that way I can safely get Nissa down and hold up Sinister Sabotage. And I think I kind of like that play. Like, obviously they can pay for it, but that forces them to tap out here just to kill my Bonecrusher Giant, and I think we're okay with that. Now, it is a 2-for-1 here on our end, but we have more cards than they do. And if they don't quench this, then our Bonecrusher lives. So we're going to quench it. Kind of hoping they pay for it here, because I really want to get this Nissa down. Okay, cool. So now we're in a good spot. So now I can play... Let's play this Forest. Do my math here... Now, why would we tap like that, game? You know I want to have this double blue up, so why would we tap like that? So now I've got to manually tap this because Arena's stupid. So I do it like this, that way the breeding pool gets left untapped. And that way when I activate Nissa and I can do any land untapped from here, we have that Sinister Sabotage ready to roll. And if they don't do anything, we can also cycle this Triome. So we're actually in a pretty good spot right now. Fire Prophecy. I don't know if I want to counter that or not. I don't really care about this 1 mana, this 1 land. Yeah, let's go ahead and just sabotage it though. That saves our island here. And then, I mean, this probably gives them enough where I guess they can bring back Euro now, but we can also bounce it and be good to go. Wilt's not do anything here. We'll bottom that. So that was the exact, and that always sucks when you know they don't have it for Euro, and then they put that Fabled Passage down, and they do have enough for it. So that's frustrating. However, still, if they do this and they play Euro, then we still have Nissa online. We can bounce their Euro, which is a little bit aggravating, but that also gives us we're swinging in for 6, and we're holding up different kind of things to do. So Euro coming down. So opponent obviously has a land here. Like, you might as well put it down. But okay. So we know they probably have a land there. They're just being stupid. So trying to think of what to do here. I'm going to start off just bounce that Euro back to hand. Trying to bait them out and see if they have any counter spells or anything. Before I cycle, I want to thin the deck out so I can have a better chance of drawing some gas here. So I'm going to grab this forest. Arena, why would we cycle that where I have a mana floating? Like, I draw into another Triome anyway, so I guess it'll be okay. But I don't understand auto tappers sometimes. So we'll cycle this Triome. Ketria Triome deck anybody? Here I'll untap the breeding pool. That way I still got a good amount of mana left over here. I can swing for 6. I can flash in the Borrower EOT. I can cycle this Triome if we need to. What is going on with this game sometimes, though, man? This opponent will play another Euro. That's 9 life they've gained, by the way. Put your land in. Like, you had a land last turn, and I don't know why you held it for yourself. Maybe it was a Triome, and maybe they wanted to cycle it. So that's the only place I can think it makes sense. Storm's Wrath here. Let's float all the mana we can here. Okay, so if I do it like this, I can cycle with Triome and possibly draw into a counterspell, and if I don't, I can still play this Brazen Borrower EOT. Okay, Ambusher's a good draw. Can't play it quite yet. And the good thing is here, our Nissa still survives. And then with that floating mana, let's go ahead and throw Brazen Borrower down. Pro plays. This Will is going to be useless here, so let's go ahead and just cycle that and get rid of it. Flame Sweep, probably not doing much here either. Don't see any consideration or reason why we need to chuck that in there, so let's untap this, swing for 6 on them. Once again, we're putting all this pressure on them. They would usually be down to 1 right now. They Storm Wrath us twice. Luckily, Nissa living through it. Opponent plays a Shark Typhoon, having no respect for our counter spells. Luckily for them, we had none. But they're down to 2 mana now, and I'm feeling pretty good about where we're at now. I feel like you hardly ever want to do that. Okay, so they do this. This works out really nicely. So we can play Ambusher and Flame Sweep here. And the Flame Sweep won't even kill our Brazen Bar because it doesn't affect our creatures of flying. So just to prevent more damage, let's do this Flame Sweep first. Let's put this Night Pack Ambusher down. And then we can put this back on top. But either way, that's 10 damage right there. We get there. And opponent scoops it up. Good game 1 there. Let's go to game 2. So sideboard-wise against them, they have the Shark Typhoon, Storm's Wrath. They have Euros. We have nothing to really exile the graveyard with, though. I think we want some Krasis and some Euro. I guess opponent doesn't want to play against Flash. Number 2 against Smeed. Let's see how it goes. All right, y'all. So opponent has apparently... I hope you're okay, Smeed. Hopefully you're doing well and you're not hurt or in danger because you timed out. That's a free win. We're not going to count that one, so we're still 1-0. Let's play another. All right, game number 2, 3. We'll be on the play this time. Opener here. Now this is where these kind of things get interesting because it looks like a kind of crappy opener. But we actually have a Quench and a Bonecrusher on 2 and then Bonecrusher on 3. So we actually have like a multitude of things to do despite having a 5-land hand. They have Gigantha, so it makes me think this is a Mardu Winota list. So we'll go ahead and crack-a-lack. Guess we'll get a mountain here. It doesn't really matter too much. But doing this allows me to have Bonecrusher and... or have Stomp and Quench held up without having to shock anything in. Lazotep Riva. So it feels bad, but I am gonna... I don't know. Like, we could Stomp it, but again, that just feels so awful. So here, let's go and play the Temple Nissa. This is a good card. We'll keep it on top. It's kind of, but I mean, it's weird because like against this deck, we don't really have the answers we need right now to fight them should they get a Winota. We have the Quench, but and the Castle Freebooter is annoying. However, it does make me glad that I held on to that Stomp. So I've got to Stomp that now. Annoying because now they know about the Quench and they can play around it. But at least the Castle Freebooter has left the building. We'll take 2 here. Draw the Nissa. Draw the Nissan. Play the Fabled Passage here and pass the turn. Still holding up Quench. I could have played the Triome, but there is a possibility that I may want to cycle that Triome in a turn if they play around everything here. So let's see what they do. This is a matchup where Flame Sweeps can just like wipe everything that we're scared of off the table. Opponent plays a Woe Strider. Whoa. Now, there's some consideration, because again, that's a great card, but I can't take my shields down for Winota because it's just too much value for him. I think I gotta let it resolve. So they make a Goat token. We'll take 2 again. And now they're able to look a lot easier for their Winota. Here we can at least cycle that Triome. I should have did my Fabled Passage first there, thin the deck out a little bit. We find another Quench, which again is just not very good against this deck right now. It's another answer for Winota, but still, I just don't think it's a card we're really looking for in this matchup. We're looking for Flame Sweep, baby. Flame Sweep me up. Okay, Bonecrusher's not terrible. And Bonecrusher's kind of nice because I can Stomp that Woe Strider now. So Stomp... So player land tap here first. So now I'm holding up double Quench just in case they have something I can get around it. So Tajik here is annoying. I can't quench it. And this is where these Quenches get really awkward and they have all this 2 mana to play around. So, frustrating. They'll play Tajik here. Now I've got to Stomp it. And this is actually activating because they can use their Woe Strider to eat the Tajik and then scry, and then we don't get our Bonecrusher back. Opponent didn't do it, though. They even swing in with the 0-1. Okay. Opponent down to 3 cards in hand. Pass them. We can draw another Quench. I don't want all these Quenches. Ah! So here I can play Nissa. Awkward situation once again, though, because I can play Nissa and play a Bonecrusher, but then the shields are down for Winota to come and just eat us alive. Here, I can hold up Quench, but if they hit a land, then they can just play into it. Still, I think we're not going to get anywhere if we're just sitting on these Quenches and sitting on our thumbs, so activate this land. Swing in for 3. Now, if these were 2 Breeding Pools untapped, then we'd feel really good. Opponent raises the alarm. Oh boy. This is spooky. Opponent sacking a creature though, so maybe they don't have the Winota in hand. They bought him there, which is good. So Castle Ember for opponent is also a little bit scary because now our blocks get kind of weird. We have to play around Embereth and Embercleave. So opponent goes to tag, they swing it all. And faces the place, it looks like. Alright. So no Winota there. Oh, we can still hold this Quench, which is kind of good. So if they have an Ember Cleave, I feel like we're just dead anyways. Like, I can block the Woe Strider to stay alive if it's Ember Cleave. But man, that's rough. If I block any of these 1/1s, like if they pump with Ember, if they still die. So say I block the Reaver, I'll take 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, go to 1. I think that's the play. Again, if they have the Ember Cleaver, it's dead anyways. Okay, so Castle Embereth. So we're gonna go to 1 here, it looks like. Hopefully they don't have a removal spell for our forest. If they do, we have the Quench. Okay, they sacked the Reaver. That's fine. So can we stay alive here? They have 4 attackers, 6 if they have a Raise Alarm. I think we have the mana here, if I'm doing it right, to play both Bonecrushers and play a land so we can have 4 untapped blockers. Okay, General's Enforcer will quench that because we can't have any other creatures coming down. Get that out of here. Oh, Flame Sweep would be glorious right now. Ambush is a good card, I just don't know if we can play it. So I think what we got to do here... So we'll play this first Bonecrusher. We need all the blockers we can get. Is there a way I can do this? This is what sucks. I've only got the 2 forest here. Like having a breeding pool instead of the steam vents right now would be so huge. I don't like that takes 3 mana to do that. But I think it's what we got to do. If I do it like this and then untap another forest, I'm holding up Nightpack Ambusher. But that doesn't seem... I mean, we're going to live or die this turn. Like, this is the turn where we know. We figure out what happens. I think I untap a island here so that way I can quench something if we need to. So do Steam Vents here. I mean, guess same difference. We can at least swing in for 6 here. So this is it. Like, if we can get past this one turn, I think we got him. This has been a rough game. Things we want to avoid here are Winota and Judith, because we can't quench either of those kind. Like Judith makes it to where blocks just kill us. Oh, and once again, if that Steam Vents, or if we had some breeding pools here, we could probably finagle this to double quench and be okay. But they get there. Let's see if they make the mistake of not swinging. They should just swing into her face and we're dead. Always give your opponent to make that mistake though. Idiot opponent, like they're not just swing. There's literally nothing I can do. There they go. Great job, opponent. We finally decided what lethal was. Good work. Mardu Winota. Let's get some red caps in there. Let's get some flame sweep. Now, Scorching Dragonfire is awkward. It hits a lot of things, but it doesn't hit Winota. I think I want the Krasis in here to gain some life. We want some Aether Gust. I'm not sure on Dragonfire. We got 6 cards to take out right now anyways. Epiphany is just too slow. The Wilts don't do anything here. Spectral Sailor doesn't do anything here. At least the cuts in this deck seem kind of easy to make. Like, a lot of times it seems pretty obvious what your bad cards are here. 2 more. I guess probably just Dispute, right? Anything else? Like, is there any of these cards that I want to Scorching Dragonfire over? So yeah, let's just stick with that. Game 2 against Mooks. We'll take the play. Pretty good opener. I mean, we have Flame Sweep, so we got to keep this, right? Opponent mulligans a 5. You hate to see it, but you kind of love to see it too. They start off here at the Triome. So here we can shock in if we want to. I don't think there's anything on 2 I'm super afraid of though. Like I can't Aether Gust a General's Enforcer, and otherwise I don't know of any green or red cards on 2 we're scared of. So let's just play that tapped. Mountain Freebooter. A tad annoying here, but I have a Flame Sweep or a Brazen Borrower for whatever they decide to do. They take the Aether Gust, which is interesting. So here I'm going to shock in, just because if they get too ballsy and try to play something, then I can Flame Sweep them. Whereas if I just did Brazen Bar, we'd be kind of an awkward spot where they could play a Tajik or a Judith, and they'd still be in a good place. So Triome coming down for the opponent. Moving to attacks. We'll take 1. 1 damage doesn't scare me. So they pass the turn here. I think EOT, I've got to bounce that Kitesail Freebooter. So it goes back to hand. No land here. Really sucks. Would love to hit a green source to be able to hold up Frilled Mystic or Ambusher. Like, at that point, you probably just win. So Castle Ember for opponent. You know, they can just play a... You know, if he wants to play Winota, that'd be cool. I would assume they just drop the Kitesail Freebooter again, taking a look at the hand. Freebooter coming down. See what they get again. Once again, we have Brazen Borrower and Flame Sweep combo, so they can't do too much here. They really don't want us having that Aether Gust, baby. So pass the turn. I think here we can just play the Brazen Borrower. Because like they don't have any non-humans for Winota, just like Winota doesn't even really scare us right now. And I can start attacking him with this Brazen Borrower. Kind of hoping they block with it. Now, shock in here, I probably shouldn't have. I probably should have attacked first. Either way, let's get them down to 17, pass the turn, holding up Frilled Mystic and Ambusher. No raise the alarm for the opponent, which is good. Oh, my nose itches. My nose itches. Opponent shocks, and they're at 15 as well. Well, then. They're looking at Gigantha. Okay, yeah, I would say if you're just going to pay 3 mana to put Gigantha back in hand, that is fine. So here, I think I get down the Ambusher. Obviously, they can kill it if they have any kind of removal spell, but I think it's worth it. They may have like Noxious Grass here, or maybe Heartless Act. Ambusher coming down. Let's hope we can untap with this. We can untap with this, and I think we're good to go. Off to the races. Opponent taking forever. You either kill the thing or you don't, opponent. You have 2 options. You select one of those options. Opponent used 22 minutes of clock to hour 24 and a half. Opponent, what are you doing? They eliminate my Brazen Borrower. That feels good. So here, I've got options. I can play Nightpack or do Nightpack Ambusher, hold up Frilled Mystic. I think I play Nissa here. Let's play Nissa. Because again, we're not too afraid of Winota. If they just tap out to play Gigantha, we just bounce it, or we can bounce the Freebooter. Swing for 7. They go to 8. And next turn, if we untap, I think there's no way we lose this game. So let's see what opponents got for us, y'all. They shock into 6. I guess they're playing around Quench here. Okay, General's Enforcer. Okay. Again, that's a human, so not too spooky. Why would you do that, opponent? Because now you're just dead. Alright, so I'm not sure why opponent decided to kill themselves there, but I appreciate it. So again, Shark Typhoon's great card. It's a little bit slow in this matchup. I think we do want the Dragonfires, but otherwise... it's game 3. 2 Dragonfires in. Typhoon just a bit too slow. We're on the draw again. Hopefully y'all like my song last time of being on the draw. I thought it was pretty snazzy. Opponent keeping 7. We got a pretty good 7 here ourselves. Now we are a little bit weak to a Kitesail Freebooter here, but I think it's something we can play around. Okay, tap land for opponent. Selfless Savior. Alright, we get another Nightpack Ambusher. With us having the mana in hand already to do that, I think that's fine. Here on the draw, we will shock in because we want to be able to Aether Gust a Judith or Tajik. Let's see what opponents got. Another Triome deck. Ooh, we like that a lot. So... doesn't really matter what we play here, right? We got double everything. Still, we'll shock this breeding pool in, so that way we have Sabotage past the turn. I doubt they just try to slam Winota here, but if they did, that'd be wonderful. Woe Strider, I think we can counter that. Because we have this Aether Gust already for the Winota. So yeah, let's go ahead and counter that. Get that out of here. Woe Strider's just too good of a card. Don't want another Steam Vents. Let's take this 1 damage beat. The Self-Savior clock is real, y'all. So here we play a Crisis for 2, but I think I like holding up Aether Gust, and if they don't do anything, then we Night Pack Ambusher. General's Enforcer, coming down. We'll let that resolve. We're not too afraid of that. They still have this 2 open mana here. You know, I'm going to go for this. I'm going to Night Pack Ambusher. If they got the removal, they're going to spend it anyway, so I might as well try to get a block out of this Self-Savior. I can't imagine they'd be playing Scorching Dragonfires or anything like that. So Night Pack Ambusher coming down. If I can eat this up and not have to deal with it anymore, then that's just free value, baby. So they let us go to blocks. Ooh, okay. Okay. Now we're in real good shape. So once again, I could play Nissa here. I could also play the Ambusher, but I think I just, especially having that breeding pool, untapping the land here and then holding up Aether Gust seems fantastic. And then that way next turn I can just play a big Crisis, go over the top of whatever they're trying to do. Swing 7, get them down to 13. General's Enforcer just standing there. He's like, I want to be useful, but he's not. Let's see what the opponent's got for us. Would love if they just try to play Winota here or something we could easily Aether Gust. Would love to see it. Bossy's Lieutenant, we can't gust that, but at the same time, it's not really doing much of anything here, so that's fine. You play that, baby. You play that, baby. So you put the counter on the Enforcer, that's fine. So I can play a big Crisis here. I could play Night Pack Ambusher, hold up Aether Gust. I've got a lot of options. They can attack here if they want to. That's fine. If they attack here, though, that's pretty greedy. Wait, are you attacking me? You attacking me? Okay. Dragonfire is an okay pickup here. So I'm deciding now, do I want to play the Crisis, play a big old Crisis and hold up other stuff? I think I do. Again, we're not making these Ambusher tokens, but I think we just get so much value out of this that it's hard not to do. So it's 8 mana there, so I can play this for 6. So basically I want to have this held up where I can play this and still hold up another Night Pack Ambusher and Aether Gust or Dragonfire. So if I do this for 6, I can make a 4/4. Then I have 2, 4, 5 mana left over. And we untap, so... yeah, I think we make a 4/4 here. We still draw 2. 4/4 can go over the top of most of what they want to do anyway if they attack here. Oh, and we get a Sabotage, which is really nice. That's good. That probably seals the game up right there, because now we have the mana to Sabotage and Aether Gust. Can't imagine a world where we lose this one. We'll swing in with the Ambusher. Can we have a 4 damage, please, opponent? Thank you. So now opponent's really staring at it. We have turned the corner. So opponent got that timer ticking down. We've turned the corner, it looks like. They try to play El Judy. Judy, I think, will Aether Gust. We can put that back on top. I'm not going to counter it. You know, if you want to keep it, you can. I think we just got to Aether Gust that. What's it going to be, opponent? They bottomed that, which is good. I think they're dead now, right? Like, what else can they really do here? Scoop, opponent. Scoop, let's go! We're moving on up! That's Platinum 2, baby. Let's go play one more game since we're technically still 2-0. It's the last game of the day here against Dry. We will take the player. Mulligan. This does the least amount of things here, but Flame Sweep is the one that's most dead in the most matchups. I'm going to do this and hope that we don't need to use a Flame Sweep or I'll feel pretty bad for it. This way I'm holding up Spectral Sailor to start getting some beats in. Green. Frick. I would much rather have my Flame Sweep here than the Spectral Sailor. Aether Gust's not a bad draw. So here we can shock this in. We can actually attack, put it on full control here, and then... So put... Okay, I had it on full control. Y'all saw that, right? Lucky Clover. Well, at least we can clinch that, so it didn't hurt us too bad here. So let's try to do the same thing here this next time. We'll put it on full control, and then on their upkeep after they draw, we can Aether Gust the Edgewall Innkeeper. So get them down. Full control mode on. Full control. Pass turn. Why? What am I... I don't know if they've changed something with this or not, but I'm not sure how I'm supposed to keep this on full control to do what I want to do here. Luckily, they go to attacks first, which is really nice. I doubt they have any, you know, there's no 2-mana instant spells like this they can play. So we'll Aether Gust the Innkeeper. They'll put that on the bottom. Okay. Second main, what are you doing, opponent? Brazen Borrower, that is okay. Ooh, no land for opponent either. Spicy. Let's go ahead and crack this Fabled Passage now. Now I go with the green here. Maybe I should have went with the blue so that way I could have sabotaged and sailored again. That's probably a little bit dumb on my part, right? Though, if they don't do anything here, I'm more than likely just Shark Typhooning and cycling. If Adventures are missing their land drops, you got to put a clock on them. You got to start closing that game out as fast as you can. Do I counter this? It feels so bad using a Sabotage on a 1-mana creature. I think I don't. Okay, and they're missing lands anyways. I think it's actually okay here. Maybe I can draw into a removal spell or something. Wilt, not it. Wilt's a pretty good card in this matchup. Knifehack Ambusher is what we want to see there. Hopefully they can just stumble a little bit more. Yeah, they'll get to draw cards if they're able to cast these creatures. They shock in there. They can't play the Brazen Borrower, though. Lovestruck Beast is annoying because our Ambusher can't attack through us. I think we actually do have to counter that. That sucks. And they draw a card. Still, I think we got to counter it. Breeding Pool. It's a 3rd green for us, but I don't think we really need that. We need more action, baby. Opponent swings, pass the turn. Okay, another Stomping Ground, I guess is fine. This way we still hold up the Ambusher and the Spectral Sailor. We got the opponent down to 10 now. Can you just not play anything on the ground, my friendo? Is that a thing? Opponent keeps on swinging. And maybe I'm supposed to do that because I doubt they have... I mean, they have like Stomp, but even like 1 plus 2 is 3. So maybe I should have blocked that. Now this is my turn. Let's go ahead and play the Spectral Sailor out first. See if we can draw out some kind of removal they may have in hand. Or another Brazen Borrower. So they had the Bonecrusher Giant. That's fine. Yes, let's get this down. Let's get this Ambusher down. Got Triome, which is fine. Let's swing for 5. Opponent's down to 5. We will make a Wolf token. From here, we just got to hope they don't combo out here, and we can get them dead. Forest for opponent. So it's looking like I might just be cycling 2 different cards here. That 4/3 is annoying, but this Wolf can attack through it, which is good. And Fae of Wishes. Now he can't attack through it, so that's pretty rough. They get 2 blockers down the ground and draw 2 cards. I think we're in cycle mode here. No attacks from opponent. Let's cycle the Triome first. Another Ambush is pretty good. This puts us to where we can do some Ambusher tricks here. Ooh, we get a Flame Sweep. Now we got options. Attack here, see if I can take the bait. So here, I could Flame Sweep and kill 2 of their creatures and leave them with just the Bonecrusher. May not be a bad idea, though I also like just playing Nissa. Also like holding a Nightpack Ambusher. So let's do this full control. Why? So my goal there was to make another Wolf and then Flame Sweep. I don't know what I'm doing wrong with this full control, so if somebody can help me out with that, that would be fantastic. By the time this video posts, maybe I'll have figured out the answer already. But that is super frustrating that there's been 3 different times where I've had it on full control and then it just takes it off of there without giving me the option to do stuff. Because I wanted to make my wolf token and then flame sweeps. That way we kill the Faya Wishes, we kill the Edgewall Innkeeper. Frustrating. Here, yeah, if you want to just Beanstalk Giant, that's fine. So 3 mana for opponent. Edgewall Innkeeper. I'm getting more tempted to flame sweep by the minute. God, they'll draw 2 here. That does tap them out. Okay, so we're actually still in a pretty good spot here. This may be lethal. So I play the Ambusher here. Then next turn, flame sweep. So let's go ahead and play this Ambusher here. Now all my wolves can attack through all their stuff. So yeah, we shock this in. Get Nissa down. Untap a land. And now we're at the point where we can flame sweep. That'll kill 2 of their blockers. So we'll have 5 attackers. They'll have 3 blockers, and the most they can block. Yeah, so they're dead here. So because if I flame sweep here, they have 3 block. Yeah, it's a good game 1 there against Temur Adventures. That's always a rough matchup there. They can grind you out really well. We got lucky they got mana screwed there first. Bring in another flame sweep here. The Aether Gust. Take out the Mystical Disputes. I think we want some Crisis here. Maybe even Euro. I'm not sure. Again, Epiphany's just too slow. All these cards at the top are like super spicy, but they're also just a bit slow for what we're facing right now. Maybe I cut a Borrower because it feels really bad to bounce Adventure Creatures back to hand. Let's go ahead and cut both of those and this and bring in the Dragonfires. The Dragonfires don't hit. Dragonfires don't hit the Lovestruck Beast. They hit Bonecrusher Giant, Edgewall Innkeepers, all that kind of thing. It's game number 2 against Dry. Hopefully last game of the day here. Let's see if we can end this off on a 3-0, technically 4-0 run with Temur Flash, baby. It's fine. Scorching Dragonfire if they have an early play. We have the Shark Typhoon to cycle. Maybe make a surprise blocker somewhere here. For now, we'll just play this Fabled Passage, pass the turn. Definitely go get a red source. This opponent scries to the top there, which is always scary. We'll take the 1 damage. Let's go get that red source, baby. Two mana here. I think we just Scorching Dragonfire that Edgewall now. I don't want them to get a bunch of value off of it. It just goes too wild, too fast for him. 3 mana for opponent. Let's see what they got here. Beanstalk Giant. Okay. From here, I'd like to start finding out some counter spells. I don't want them being able to find a land here and then next turn play a land and escape to the wilds. No counter, though. More lands. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 lands out of 11. Yikes. So 7-11 draws been lands. Don't like that. Opponent plays a temple here. Faya Wishes. They have no respect for our counter spells at all. But they'll get to do Granted here. That's frustrating because I would have loved to counter that. Let's see what they get. Chandra. Okay, we'll need an Aether Gust then. Would be pretty nice. Let's go ahead and Shark Typhoon. Give us an Aether Gust. Give us an Aether Gust. Hey! And a Flame Sweep a little bit too late now. Here, we'll shuck that in. Hold up at the end. We'll go ahead and swing for 1. I would love for them to just play Chandra now. So they can just play this, which is kind of frustrating. Let's see what else they got. I guess so they've only got 1 red source right now, so yeah, so maybe they're missing that second red. Let's go ahead and Ambusher here. I'm imagining they probably, they could have Aether Gust of their own. They could bounce it back to him with a Brazen Borrower, but nothing too spooky here, I don't think. Okay, so they they just play the Brazen Borrower out. Interesting. Quench. So here I got a pretty nice little attack. I can swing here, and should they block, like double... Well, no, they can't double block, just kidding. So I've only got a maximum of 5 things I can do here, so we definitely still want to shock in. Make us a wolf token, pass the turn. I'm cool if they play Chandra, if that means they have to shock in for it. Another granted. That sucks if we can't quench that. Oh, these Fey Wishes getting real annoying, my friends. Real annoying. Escape to the Wilds. We can counter that. See what opponent does here. Flame Sweep doesn't do anything. Like, that Brazen Borrower is just sitting there. Okay, Shark Typhoon is actually a really nice draw. Let's shock in once again. Aether Gust. I could quench that. But I really don't want them resolving that Escape to the Wilds. And if I use my Aether Gust on that, then they play Chandra. So I think I'll let this resolve. Oh, these are the decisions that make like a make or break for a Flash player. So now we can't really afford to attack. So let's pass the turn here. We can still make a big shark. Still only 1 red source for him. So now they escape to the wilds. Quench doesn't do it now. This is so frustrating. There's a red source they needed. But it's still not in the worst spot. So they can play both their lands here, I guess. Or maybe just one additional one, I don't recall. They shock in Steam Vents, okay. So what are they trying to do here? The only other lands they got off that were 2 temples. So Heart's Desire here is fine. We can't quench it. It doesn't really matter much anyways. So they can do that. Pass. Okay, if this is all they got, they only got 1 card we don't know of in hand, so we can just do a big old Shark Typhoon here, right? XX, 1, 2, 3 fall. And a Shark for 4 is nice because it attacks through all of their flyers. Don't let that last card be a petty theft. Don't do it, opponent. Okay, so Fabled Passage here. I think we play this just to save our life to a little bit. It is starting to get down to where it's a little bit dangerous. So if I attack in here and they double block, I could possibly blow them out. So let's actually try that. And I'm okay trading a wolf for their Fae of Wishes. Ooh, they fall for it? Yeah. So we're going to wipe their board here. We leave the damage just like this. Before damage goes through its Flame Sweep. And if they try to have a counter here, we can quench it and still hold up Aether Gust. So I'm liking where we're at now. So that last card in hand, they really had something here, didn't they? They did. Last card was a petty theft. Wow. Nope. So we gotta quench this, right? This is basically a board wipe at this case, and they can't get another Brazen Borrower back to block our flyers. Cool. So now we kill their Fae of Wishes. Might as well untap now, or get this down. Hopefully I got another island in there. Okay. I was about to say, I forgot for a second if I had another island and got real spooked. So now they can play Chandra. Let's see if they just do that. If they do, we can Aether Gust it, and then swing for 5. If they play it again, then we just play Night Pack Ambush or EOT. So Clover here, spooky. Again, they've only got one card we don't know of in hand. Really hoping they just play that Chandra here. Because if they top the Chandra, then that means they can't do anything next turn with the Clover either. There comes Chandra, and there goes Chandra. You get out of here. Can't counter you, but we can Aether Gust you. And they put that back on top, which is good for us. So here we can swing for 5. Get them down to 6. Hold up Night Pack Ambusher. I'm liking where we're at now. So Chandra comes down again. This is frustrating. They have the 3 mana because they can also play Lovestruck Beast, and we can't really attack through with their Nightpack Ambusher. Okay, so Lovestruck Beast comes down. If we had a counter for that, it was over. No such luck, though. So -4 on that. Frustrating. Let's go ahead and flash in this Ambusher. You know, that is not a bad draw. So I could try to get real risky and play this for less than the maximum value and draw like a Petty Theft for lethal, almost. I don't think it's worth it, though. I think we just play this out for the max amount. XX, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we'll hold on to this land for now, because 6 and 7 doesn't really make a difference here. I think we play this, draw 3, gain 3. This does put the shields down, but a 6/6 flyer in there is really nice. Okay, we got some. A Bonecrusher is actually pretty good here too, because we get stomped. Play a land tapped. Can't really attack here. I can attack with this shark. I don't think attacking Chandra does anything here. So let's just go with their life total. Again, having this reach in hand with the Bonecrusher, this Krasis that can trample is nice. So let's get him down to 5. Chandra Emblem here is fine. They can play out this Beanstalk Giant, which means my Nightpack Ambusher does nothing. Okay, so they do that. 2 mana left over is a bit spooky. Let's see if they play the Fae of Wishes or not. If they don't have... They have to play Fae of Wishes if they don't have a removal spell for this Krasis, or else they're just dead. And if they do bounce or have an Aether Gust for my Krasis, then we just draw a bunch of cards and gain more life. Yeah, we'll put that on top all day, baby. Thank you. So that does mean we can't kill them right away. But hey, we get to shock this in, draw some more cards. So we'll go to 13 here, but we're going to play this for as an 8/8 or 6/6. No, it'll be an 8/8. I could... There's still some part of me that wants to try to leave up and see if I hit a Petty Theft, but I think it's not worth it. 8/8 Krasis incoming. Okay, so we can untap 1 turn. We got another Krasis off of this as well. Again, I think it's more important to poke... Well, I don't know. They could get rid of... Our Ambusher's not even doing much of anything here, though, right? Let's poke him for 1. Opponent down to 4. This has been a tight game. Adventures makes you sweat so much. So another emblem. So they don't remove my Nightpack Ambusher, which I'm kind of curious about. They swing for 9. So this Nightpack Ambusher isn't doing anything anyways. And I think they have just the amount of mana to pay 2, discard the last 2 cards in hand with Fae of Wishes, and then go and get Fling if I didn't block. And that'd be lethal. That'd be 18. So yeah, we got to block that so we don't die to a Fling. Let's see what opponent does here. Okay, Fae coming down. Okay, so I kind of called that. They had 2 crap cards in hand there. Granted, but that just leaves them open to 1 mana. I don't know what you can do for 1 mana. It's going to stop this Krasis, baby. So I think we got there. Scoop, let's go! We get there, baby. 3-0/4-0. Alright, y'all. So, I mean, technically 4-0, but really a 3-0. I couldn't let that concession count as a game. But hey, Temur Flash looking pretty good. Now, we got pretty lucky, obviously, getting 1 person Salt Scoop after game 1, and then the next person DC. But still, those last ones, we had to really work for those. And even that 1 game that I won, I feel like I played that really well. I don't brag on myself too much, but I think I need to give myself some credit there. Temur Flash felt great, though. The mana wasn't too much of an issue. Like, I never felt like I couldn't cast most of my spells. Felt pretty clean, so... If you're looking for a Flash deck to take into the meta right now, I think this one has the most wide variety of answers to most of the decks out there. So while it might not be as concise and as consistent as a Cinnamon Flash, you get a wider range of answers here with Temur Flash. So hope you all enjoyed. If you did, like, comment, subscribe. Thank you all for watching. We'll see you next time.